Hey, good morning, everybody. This is Tracy Allen, and I am excited to be here today. I have been through some major technical challenges this morning. Yesterday, I did a video and I shared with you that I was able to use my other laptop to do restreams, and now it's that laptop has been updating since 6 a.m. So I am back on this computer, and this one tends to freeze a lot. So if at some point I get stuck, I apologize, but there's not a whole lot I can do with this computer. So anyway, while I am waiting for Miss Rashida Francis to join us, I will just kind of share with you guys what we're going to talk about. So Rashida Francis is the founder of AMASE LLC, and so she does grant writing. So if anybody's ever been needing somebody to help them to write grants, you can get on her calendar. She'll be able to share that information with you, but you'll be able to get on her calendar and she can give you information, go through a consultation to find out what it is that you need, what it is that you're trying to achieve, and see how she can best help you. So that's pretty awesome. So I'm just waiting for her to come on because she's actually going to be doing a vision board. And so here she comes now. And so she's going to talk to us about what that process is and the power of vision boards and what it is that she does to make things happen. So let me bring her on right now. Miss Rashida.
Hey!
You made it.
Yeah, my t-shirts just came, so that kind of pushed me back, but I wanted to get them on the show, so I'm happy because I'm wearing it now. I don't know if you can.
I only see the top part. I can't see. So you have to stand up and show us.
Yeah. I have some more. We'll talk about, as we go through right here.
Okay. All right.
Vision Board Party 2021, the secret to manifesting your dreams.
I was trying to bring us in a little closer, but there we go. Okay, wonderful.
And then the back, which is, hosted by my company, AMASE LLC.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, so it's going to be fun. It's coming together. I'm excited, So good morning to your viewers, and thanks for having me on the show.
Absolutely. So, I was just kind of sharing a little bit about you, letting folks know that you are a grant writer and that there's ways that people can get on your calendar so that you can assess what it is that they need and how you can best help them. So, we'll be able to talk about that a little bit as well. So, today I wanted to focus more so on the vision board party. However, I also want to give a shout out because I'm so excited, you guys. In January, and just how many more weeks do we have before we go start the show?
Yeah. Actually, this coming Saturday is a little preview, like where I say Happy New Year to everyone and tell them what to expect. But the full-blown show, it's just a couple of weeks away.
So I'll be behind the scenes helping to produce her show. So I've got two amazing women that are doing amazing things, and I'll be behind the scenes supporting folks. So I'm really excited about that.
Yes, you've been a big help in getting everything organized, because people, business owners and entrepreneurs, we got big visions, but we need people who can help us really streamline things and put the pieces in place, the steps, the process, the flow, the roadmap between the vision and the end point, especially if you're a big thinker like myself. I can see the end, but I need help putting in all the pieces in the middle. So I thank you so much for all the hard work you're doing to help me bring the show, the live, back on air.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the neat thing is, hey there, Sylvia, my buddy Sylvia. Hey there, Sylvia. The neat thing is when like you said, you're a big thinker, and so am I. And so even though I'll be behind the scenes, I believe in what it is that you do. I believe in how it is that you want to help people. And so I get energized by that. I don't always have to be in front of the camera. I'm good behind the scenes, And so that's one of the things that attracted me to wanting to work with you is that, what it is that you want to do is what it is that I want to help people to do,
Cool.
help push you on out there so people can get the help that they need. Some people don't even know how much you can help them. So
Yes.
tell people a little bit about the importance of the vision board.
So I started using the vision board concept about 7 years ago. I was in a really dark place. Some people will refer to it as I was changing seasons. I was entering a new season in my life, but nonetheless, it didn't feel well. You know, I had moved to a new city with my son to start a new life. I was promised a job, and even though I knew better, you know, like don't count your chickens before they hatch, um, I went ahead and I said I'm going to leap and walk out on faith, and I moved. I resigned from my job, and I left the Virgin Islands and I moved to Dallas. You know, and long and short, it was a rough and rocky 6 months.
Yeah.
And so I ended up staying with a family friend, my best friend's sister, and she's I don't know what she saw in me, but she just before on her way to work one morning, she said, "Hey, I have this book. Have you ever heard about the book called The Secret? You know, this is what the book looks like now." And I said, "No, I hadn't heard of it." She said, "Well, I'm gonna leave it right here for you. When you wake up and you get yourself together and you find some time, just read it." You know, and I was like, "Okay, no problem." I pulled the covers back over my head and went back to sleep, you know? But Tracy, ever since I started reading the book, it really, really, really changed my life. Like from the very first page, things started happening in my life, positive things just started happening out of nowhere. And there was no way for anyone to know but myself and God. What I was praying for, what I was feeling, all the emotions that I was going through. And I was a young mom as well, you know, so not wanting to show my feelings because I want my son to be okay, and I didn't want him to feed off of my energy. So when you talk about the concept of vision boarding, this is where it started for me. Everybody has their own journey, but the vision boarding process started with me reading this book. And then putting the images together was weird for me because I was like, I don't have time to sit down and scrapbook. That's what I thought it was.
Right.
And I talked to my sister about it, and all the things. It was like she was prepared for all the emotions I was bringing at her, you know, because she would always just happily answer my questions and go back through the book with me and give me other ways to view it. And I did it. And I remember I was without a job. I didn't have any income. So I had my son. As a mom, you turn into mama bear. So you want to focus on those things. And then you also put pressure on yourself because you don't want to come off like you're being irresponsible. How can you be sitting here cutting out pictures and posting, gluing them on a board, and you're not looking for a job, right? So I did the checks and I would write, I'm going to make this amount of money. I manifest this in my bank account. I did everything the book said. Still not 100% believing, but my mind, I felt lighter. My body felt lighter. Over the last 7 years, magnificent things have happened to me that are just unexplainable.
Now, let me ask you: is that how you came up with the name AMASE LLC? How'd you come up with that?
So the name AMASE is really when I started thinking about, I want to have my own business, which came out in the vision boarding process. I asked God, I said, God, give me a name, because I really don't know what to name my business. I don't know anything about it. Just give me a name. And in my prayers, he responded with, name it after all the children I made you responsible for. And so I was like, huh? Because I only have one child, and if you know me, you know I'm only going to have one child, right? Okay. God bless the moms, you know, but it's been a ride. So it ended up being that AMASE is the first name of all my godchildren in birth order. and the E stands for my son, because he's the last child that God has placed in my care.
Oh.
And yeah, and so when it's spelled out, I was like, well, AMASE? How would you pronounce this? And God said, you're gonna do amazing things as long as you stick with me. So you just put a spin on it. You say it's AMASE, but really that's what it is. My very first goddaughter, her name is Andrea, and her brother's name is Andre. And then my very first niece, the first niece of the family, first, grandchild of the family, her name is Makiba. That's where the M comes from. So it was Andrea, then Makiba came, then Andre came, and then S is for Serin. He's my cousin's first child, and I went through that journey with her. It was so special. When he was born, and then my son. And I also have a niece named Unique, and my son was born April, and she was born August of the same year. That's my brother's first child. So you can see where the names came from. And that's how I came up with AMASE. And so, yes, AMASE came through this process.
Right.
And that's what vision boarding is.
Okay.
Making your vision plain, putting everything you want. You don't put limits on your dreams. That's my biggest message. Because there are times when God will say to me, you're not dreaming big enough. A couple weeks ago, when I was doing my goals for my business, I had that I wanted to make $10,000 a month for 12 months, starting in December. And everybody was like, that's a good goal to have. You have $120,000 in revenue. But God said to me, you're not dreaming big enough. You're not visioning big enough. Why can't you have $1 million business? In a year? Why can't you? Because you're writing contracts, you're writing grants for people for hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars, and in one grant, they've gone from 6 figures to $1 million, 5-6 times over. So why can't you manifest that for yourself? And I quickly went and erased my vision and recalculated,
Right.
So that's the concept. You have everything you need within you, because as you have to vision it, and you have to write it down,
Right.
and you have to touch it every day.
Right. Makes a lot of sense. So would you say the importance, what is one of the main things that you feel, in addition to writing it down, in addition to touching it, like what I know one of the things that you mentioned to me was meditation.
Yes. And that's what it is when I say touch it. Some people put it in a place where they have to see it every day. It could be just before you walk out your door in the morning. It could be the door to your bathroom. Some people write on their glass in the bathroom their affirmations. For me, after watching a movie called The War Room, every place I've lived, I've always made my closet, a portion of my closet, my war room, my prayer room. And before, my vision board would be outside my prayer room, and I made a decision to bring it in because it's all the same. It's all me aligning myself with God's vision and mission for my life, So I would go in there, especially on heavy days, because I tell my consultants, my team, I quit this job every day. Because it's something in your business day, that you're like, why am I doing this? But because I can get in my closet and I can sit and I get quiet, and I just be still.
Yeah.
And I say, God, I come before you. You know my heart. You know my pain. You know my pride. Right. You know my vision, and you know what you have mapped out for my life. Help me. And so that's what I talk about when I say meditation. However it comes for you, there's no right way to look. It's you getting quiet, killing all the noise, killing all the fear, making peace with your anxiety, because you have to recognize all your emotions. Otherwise, they will just fester and become a dominant emotion. So meditating does that for me. And once I am in that process, that's when I start to say, God, I need you. I need your help. Now, everybody may not be a Christian, But whatever works for you is the same thing. You sitting down and really getting quiet and aligning and getting real with what the barriers are, and telling yourself what do you need, and answering that question for yourself, because only you are there for you. You are your first cheerleader. You are your first support system. And we really shouldn't be out here in business doing things that we're not comfortable with, irregardless of how it works for other people. Because there are a lot of formulas out there, Tracy, as to how to start $1 billion business, and they work. They work for the people that put them out there, and they might work for us too. But is that your business though? Or are you just building someone else's business?
Right.
Yeah.
I think it's really important to attach to what's working for you, what it is that you really feel resonates with you, because there's something for everyone. Like there are things out here that I wouldn't dare venture into. However, there's an audience for it. There's people that want it. There's people that know how to use it, and the people that are offering that service, well, they're meant to connect with who they connected with. And so I get it. So one of the things that I want you to share with the audience is, what is it that they're going to get from being a part of the vision board training that you're setting up?
Okay, so the vision board party, the virtual party, is a 2-day session. And it can actually count as a professional development credit for your business. So you can actually write it off, because we're working with business women to really write out their goals for their business, for whether they want to do 6 months, a year, 5 years. It's really up to them. And we're going to teach you how to write those goals, how to using the concepts and the theories and practices from the book, The Secret. We're also going to talk to you about the practice of manifestation and the practice of affirmation. It's an active thing. You don't just one time and done. No, it's active. It has to become a lifestyle. And vision boarding became a lifestyle for me. So we're going to teach you those steps in day one. Everyone is going to get a resource kit. Now that I have the t-shirts, I'm going to start sending them out. It comes with the book, The Secret. It comes with a journal. Each one of these journals will say something different, because as you read the book, we want you to write down all the emotions that you experience as you read the book, all your goals as you start to think about them. We want you to journal. And then, of course, it comes again with a t-shirt that everyone can wear. And then, we have your little nifty writing, journaling pens. Aww. And our kit. So this kit that you're going to get, we're going to give you some tools. You got a little tea tree candle, so you can start, set your environment right, because that's important too. You have to manifest in the right environment. And then you're going to receive a thumb drive. The importance of this thumb drive is you're going to get all of your materials electronically. So you're going to have a goal setting sheet. You're going to get your checks, your manifestation checks. We're going to give you a few affirmations as a starter, and to get you thinking about, what affirmations you want to have for yourself and your business, because this is really business focused. And then there are also going to be some other downloads that you're going to receive. So it's important for you to have that flash drive. That's day one. And day one, we really come together. We're going to discuss the book, like a book review party for like the first hour. And then the second hour and a half, we're really going to look at goals and make sure that everyone walk away and end that day, which is January 16th, with their goals in place, their manifestation and affirmation, their manifestation sayings and their affirmations written out, ready to go. Day two, you can choose. You can choose January 23rd, January 30th, or January 31st. Now, if you do whichever day you choose, that's the vision board party, where we're actually going to now build the vision board, start crafting. My sister and I, Dr. Aurelia Donald, the lady that got me into this 7 years ago, we're going to be there to, as your cheerleaders and your facilitators, to really help people, you know, organize their board, because there's a way you need to do it. You can't just throw things on there, because if you make it confusing and over and do too much, so to speak, it's unorganized, and you're sending mixed messages out there. And you know, everything is energy. So if you're confused in your thoughts, then God really don't know, the universe don't know which way to go. And so you might manifest some things, but it may not look the way you anticipated. We also going to talk about, be careful what you ask for. You know, are you really ready to receive? Because you will be receiving. Right. So it's just providing that level of support. And then in April, I will follow up with all the participants as a one-on-one coaching, make sure things are going well, help them if things aren't manifesting, if they're struggling with anything. Also make sure they finish the board and they're actively working towards their goals.
Sounds good to me. So basically, they're going to get a mind overhaul.
Yep.
They're going to get the right coaching, the right mentorship, the right tools, and everything that they need.
And an actual vision board.
And an actual vision board, so that they can make 2021 magnificent.
Yes, 2021 and beyond in their business. Exactly.
Yes.
Because we have to put that energy into our business. Your business is a child. You know, it's your child, it's your baby. And it grows. You know, it doesn't stay a baby forever. And you really have to be ready. Mm-hmm. Even if in the end you decide, you know, I've seen where I've done these vision board, I've participated in other vision board parties, and women come up and they realize the things they thought they wanted, they really didn't. Once they started going through the process. It sounded cool, but when they started to try to incorporate things in their life, it didn't work out. And it's the same for business. And we need to be okay with that. Mm-hmm. You know, so it's really aligning and writing out your goals. We need a roadmap. We shouldn't be out here just flailing and aimlessly walking through life.
Yeah. Believe me, I totally understand that. As I came into business in 2010, I had bits and pieces of what you're supposed to do for an online business. Okay, I need to have this, I need to have this, I need to have that. And I didn't have a clear path. I didn't have a clear map as to how I was going to achieve this thing. All I know is I wanted to do this and that and this and that and this and that, but it was not clearly defined. And so it definitely made me struggle over the years trying to build something where I just didn't have that solid groundwork already in place. So what you're saying, you know, it can be turned around at any time. So what you're talking about doing will help people to turn it around. If they've been on the 40, the 40-year road, you know what I'm trying to say? If they've been on that path, this is a way to say, stop, let's refocus and go the right path, right?
Yes. Yes. And there's biblical context about it too. You know, Habakkuk verse 2, it says, you know, God was speaking and he said, write your vision on the tablets and make it plain. And that's really what we really need to do. We can't just keep it in our mind. We need to write it out. It's action steps. From the point you start writing, that's an action step. That's you know, and then I'm a checklist visual person. So I need a checklist. I get powerful. I get energized when I check something off my list, you know. And so as a result, you know, Tracy, just to end in what you asked me, today I have my own business. I'm going to celebrate 5 years in March, which was a birthday gift to myself.
Which is also Women's Month.
Women's Month, exactly. I also have now a talk show. I've always wanted a talk show. When I was younger, I was on a teen talk show in the Virgin Islands. So I have my own talk show, and we're getting ready to also have a spin-off radio show. You know, my son is very healthy and happy. You know, we've been able to survive COVID this entire year, COVID-free. Mm-hmm. You know, and he's also been able to manifest his dreams of making his school's basketball team, because he has always wanted to play professional ball. And for a long time, it wasn't even looking like he would make junior varsity. So I taught him how to, you know, vision what he wants. You know, with boys, it's a little harder to get them to write anything. So, you know, but he does it in his own way, and he's starting to see how powerful it is. So just a lot of things have happened. It doesn't mean that I haven't had bumps in the road. It doesn't mean I haven't faced a lot of challenges and barriers, but I think it's all a part of the process. And vision boarding and journaling gives me a way to go back and see from whence I came.
Yeah.
You know, so
Well, how can people connect? And I keep muting your mic because I'm getting the feedback. But how can people connect and make sure that they take part of this? What is the website? And I'll go ahead and put that in here.
Okay, so the best thing for people to do is connect with me on all social media platforms at AMASE, AMASE LLC. Okay, because the link is very long. But if they go to AMASE LLC, they'll be able to. My posts are there. They can hit me up, send me an email. My website is AMASE Consulting or AMASENonprofitConsulting.com. And then my email is amazegrantwriter@gmail.com. So I keep it real simple. But if they follow me at AMASE LLC, AMASE LLC, they should be able to connect with me. Right now, the registration is $99 and it ends on December 31st. That's if you really want to participate in the full process of reading and having the book review with The Secret, and then building your goals and building your vision board. That ends on December 31st. I also forgot to mention that we will be sending out snack box for the vision board day. So you get that as in addition to the resource kit. Because we really wanted to be a party and we really wanted to be businesswomen celebrating each other, loving on each other, and creating a safe space of camaraderie, even if it's just for 2 days, you know, so that we can really talk some things out and break some barriers. Yeah, so that's how you get in touch with me. And of course, if they're on your page and they just comment on this live, I'll be sure to reach out to them, and I'm sure you'll get me the information as well.
You know I will.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, well, wonderful. We're going to go ahead and end it here. But, you know, AMASE LLC, just put it in for Facebook, and you're on Instagram, right?
I'm on Instagram, I'm on LinkedIn, I'm on Twitter, I'm on Facebook. Yes.
All right. So any of those platforms you can put AMASE with an S. AMASE with an S.
Yes.
LLC, and you will be able to connect with Miss Rashida Francis.
If they want to talk about, if they want to talk about starting a nonprofit, if they want to help starting their business, I'm here for it. I just want to see people live their best life and manifest their best business.
Yes, absolutely. So there's Sylvia. She said, "Thank you, ladies. Have a great day." Thank you, Sylvia, for tuning in.
Thank you,
Robin. For everybody that's tuned in, whether you're on Facebook or YouTube or Twitter, Periscope. Where else are we? We're streaming all of those different places. Twitch. So thank you, Emily. Appreciate you. And I know Emily believes in vision boards. We were talking about vision boards prior to even connecting with you, Rashida. So this is something that's on a lot of people's minds and hearts. We get it, you know, that you have to start looking forward and seeing yourself there. Actually knowing that you're going to achieve whatever goals it is that you are really having in your heart. So I thank you so much. I'm looking forward to working with you for the upcoming shows, and appreciate you jumping on. Don't go nowhere, but I'm going to go ahead and tell everybody else ta-ta for now. Thank you guys for tuning in again. And
blessings for 2021. All right. Bye-bye.
Yes. Thanks, guys. Bye now.